Hey Tamers, today we're going to talk about the BT14 yellow cards that are coming out. And they're coming out like in 2 weeks already, so now it's BT14 is finally coming. Let's start off with the eggs. Your turn, once per turn, when a card is added to your security stack, draw one. So as you know, yellow has always kind of focused on interacting with your security stack, so it's interesting to see how this Togemon is gonna play out. Let's just move on to level 3s, and I kind of just left like as a cliffhanger there. Angemon, when attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets 2000 DP for the turn. Okay, and that's also something else that yellow focuses on is DP reduction and then security interaction. Up next, we got more Chumon support. On play, add the top card of your security stack to your hand. Then you may place one card with Sukamon in its name from your hand at the top of your security stack. That's interesting. So, wonder if there'll be ways to. Well, obviously you can, where there's cards where you can place cards in your security stack, but then usually you want them to get hit. But it's pretty cool that you're going to be able to add from your security, and then you may place one card with Sukamon and its name from your hand to the top of your security stack. Okay, so that's where it's kind of, you're replacing a card from your security stack and placing it with a Sukamon. So now these Sukamons, which we already see over here, this one has a security effect, so we'll get into it. On deletion, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn, so more DP reduction. And here we go, probably the most hyped card of the whole yellow set is this Patamon. Start of your main phase. Look at your security stack, already nuts. This Digimon may digivolve into a yellow Digimon card with the vaccine trait among them without paying the cost. Then shuffle your security stack. If digivolve with this effect, you may place one yellow card with vaccine and its trait from your hand to the bottom at the bottom of your security stack. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. It's actually pretty nuts because let's say if you have a second Patamon, you digivolve from this Patamon's effect, you place a, whether it's a champion or an ultimate. Now the second Patamon can trigger, and never mind, scratch that. So this is pretty cool. Again, you just have to make sure the Patamon survives, but there's going to be so much interaction going on with this Patamon. Just being able to digivolve from your security stack, if you don't have something, which I guess that would be the downside, but the thing is there's going to be ways to put cards in your security stack so you can have something to do it from there. And then, yeah, so we're going to see a lot of interaction from security in this set. And clearly I'm missing a lot of stuff, so just write it down in the comments below how this Patamon is really going to be utilized. The effect here, your turn, once per turn, when a card is added to your security stack, gain one memory. So that's also going to be good. So already you're seeing in this set, we're going to focus a lot, or yellow's going to focus a lot on interacting with the security. Up next, we got a new Sukamon. Here we go, the security one. At the end of battle, place this card without paying the cost. Play this card without paying the cost. So there you go. You'll get to add the Sukamon from the Chumon to the security. It gets hit, or when it doesn't get hit, this plays at the end of battle, which, I mean, it's not going to hit over a lot of stuff, so. And then on deletion, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn. So overall, it's okay. It's not anything crazy. Up next, we got Unimon, which we don't have many in the TCG. Play cost of 4. It does have barrier, so it just prevents deletion by trashing cards from your security stack. Will this be used? I'm not too sure. I could see possibly maybe like Pulsemon using this, because you want to kind of keep your security at 3, but then again, not really. So maybe for Kentaro, since he does have, stuff with barrier in there, but gameplay wise, I don't think you're gonna see that. Centarumon. When digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn, so that could be good. You could swing over stuff when you digivolve. When attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. So a lot of DP reduction going on here. And so far, I guess the Angemon would work with the Centarumon. So when you digivolve, minus 3000. And then when you swing another minus 2000, so that's minus 5000. You could essentially get rid of, if you want to clash, cards with 10,000 DP or less. So not bad. It is a beast. Up next, a very, very anticipated Magna Angemon here. Play cost of 4, it is an ace card, hand counter, blast digivolve on play, and when digivolving, if you have 5 or fewer security cards, recover +1. Then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1000 DP for each card in your security stack for the turn. That is actually pretty good, because now, let's say it's swinging, they're attempting to swing over your Mega, and your Mega only, or the Mega is only off by like 1000, 2000. If you have one security, you just blast, get another security. Now you give that opponent's Digimon minus 2000 CF2, and now the roles reversed, and now that mega gets deleted. So that's actually pretty cool. This is going to be interesting. You're going to see this in a lot of decks that obviously have to do with recovery, right? Because now when you go into that that ace Angemon, you're going to be able to just deduct up to minus 7,000. I've seen decks that, you know, have 7 security cards, so it's actually gonna be really good. You will see gameplay of this Magna Angemon, so I would suggest you do pick some of these up. Up next, we're getting a new Etemon, Digivolve 3 from level 4 with Sukamon in its name, as a security effect, so that's good. If you have 3 or more cards with Sukamon in their names in your trash, you may play one level 6 Digimon card with Etemon in its name from your hand without paying the cost. This could have been better if they added hand or trash, because now you would have more of a wider board, or wider, I guess, bigger chance of playing a level 6 Etemon. But nonetheless, this is still pretty good, especially if you're able to place this Etemon into your security on your own, and you already have the level 6 in your hand, then bam. Then on deletion, place this card at the bottom of your security stack. Okay, now that's good. Oh, that's what makes this card good. That is awesome. However, you do have to wait till the end of your security, but man, wow, that's nuts. Inherit on deletion, place one Etemon from your trash at the bottom of your security stack. I love this. I love this so much for Angemon, because Angemon needed to see so much more support, and this is gonna help it so much. Wow, that's nuts. I don't know. We might play some Angemon coming this BT14. Moving on, we got the Manzemon from BT14. Finally, we're gonna get some good support for Shin Manzemon. Armor Purge, Digivolve 3 from level 4 with Numemon in its name, or 4. On play, by placing one Digimon card with Numemon in its name from your trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, gain 2 memory. So essentially you could play it for a play cost of 5 with Armor Purge, which is pretty good, because then if anything happens, it just gets reverted back into a level 4. Your turn. While this Digimon has Numemon or Manzemon in its name, it gains security attack +1. So this is going to be great for the Shin Manzemon. He is already a 13,000 DP hitter, so now just giving him more aggression, because it is a very slow deck. So that is going to help tremendously with that security attack +1. Moving on to the Megas, we got a Digimon. On play and when Digivolving, you may place one Tamer card from your hand on top of your security stack. That's cool. That's cool. Talk about a more life, right? Even though we don't call it life. More security, so you get to last an extra turn. And then it's a Tamer. So it's like, now you're going to play it for free. All turns, once per turn, when your Tamer is played, you may play one level 3 Digimon from your hand without paying the cost. That's nice, because it could set you up for that Patamon for next turn. If they hit so I think the gimmick here is your opponent swings a security, and then you play a Tamer, and then the Tamer's play, then you play the Patamon level 3 on your opponent's turn, and more than likely not, they won't be able to attack it. So now it sets up the Patamon for your for your main phase, and now you're able to Digivolve into a champion. That's pretty good. On play and when Digivolving, I don't know if you would really on play him for 11 though, unless you could reduce it somehow. I mean, it happens. People do end up dropping megas like that. Let's move on to this new Seraphimon. Are we finally gonna get a good one? When Digivolving, recovery +1, so that's already good, and it's already good that he's at least at 12, not like 11 or 10. All turns, once per turn, when a card is added to your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7,000 DP, and this Digimon gets security attack +1 for the turn. That's actually really good. Finally, we have a good Seraphi. It's not like busted or anything like that, but it's good, because when you Digivolve, see, this is what's bad. 4 to evil, and there's no like black text or alternate Digivolution route that, you know, from a Magna you could Digivolve for 3. So yeah, see what I'm saying? They're always shafting the Seraphimon one way or another. Now obviously, if you end up being your turn, you Digivolve, you get to recover, and since you recovered, you give something minus 7,000 DP, which more than likely you could possibly pop ultimates and less, or swing over it, but then you just swing for security attack +1, but then you have the doubt of swinging into security with 12,000 DP. It would be nice if it could reduce, even if it was by like 2,000 security stack, but I guess that's why you got Tamers for that, right? So it's good. It's not terrible. Moving on to the Tamer. The only Tamer we're getting this time is the TK. TK, on play, by adding the top card of your security stack to your hand, you may place one yellow card with Vaccine straight from your hand at the bottom of your security stack. So this bottom of your security stack thing is actually good. Reason being is because if they know you're going to Digivolve next turn from your security stack, they have to get through the whole stack in order to get to it. So it kind of guarantees you that you're able to, you know, use Patamon's effect and Digivolve into the champion next turn. Your turn, when a card is added to your security stack by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory. That's cool. It would be so broken if it was all turns. Here we go. Moving on to the options, we got Messenger of Hope for 1. Look at your security stack. Like, okay, let me see if I got something there. One of your Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon card with the vaccine trait among them without paying the cost. Then shuffle your security stack. If your Digimon Digivolve with this effect and you have a TK in its name, recover +1. That's nuts. I almost dropped an F-bomb. That's nuts. Wow. So you don't even have to... Wow, that's good. That is good. Security effect, you may play 1 Patamon from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Then add this card to its owner's hand. Yeah, you're definitely gonna see gameplay with this Messenger of Hope. That's just nuts. Security effect, play a Patamon from your hand or trash. Helps you set up for next turn. And then you play this card because it goes back to your hand, like I said. Look at your security stack, then you can Digivolve level 6 or lower. So it could be anything. So now you can use Patamon's effect first, go into the champion, you'll see your security stack. If you don't have anything, you'll be able to see it then and there. So then you can plan around it. But if you do, now you have a level 5 in there. Digivolve for free from the champion, Patamon, use Messenger of Hope. Digivolve for 1 into a level 5. You have TK, you recover +1. Now you Digivolve for Seraphie from your hand. It will pass turn because it costs 4 instead of 3. But yeah, it's a good option card for sure. Now we're getting a Heaven's Knuckle. This artwork is so awesome. Wow. That is really beautiful. Activate one of the following effects. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -6000 DP for the turn, which is not bad at all. And then by deleting one of your Angemon, place one of your opponent's Digimon at the bottom of their security. That's good. You probably won't see it often because it has to be Angemon. And if you're always building up, more than likely you're not going to use this. You'll probably use more of the -6000 DP for the turn, which is still a hefty amount, allowing you to swing over Megas. Heaven's Knuckle, then the security effect, you just activate the main effect. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Last but not least, the second secret rare of BT14 is the Angemon. Digivolve 2 from Patamon. Oh yeah, they'll give it to the Angemon, but not the Seraphimon where you can Digivolve for less. Anyway, when attacking, by deleting this Digimon, activate one of the following effects. Place one of your opponent's Digimon with the virus trait at the bottom of their security stack. Okay. One of your opponent's Digimon gets -5000 DP for the turn. And then on deletion, place this card at the bottom of your security stack. Then if you have a tamer, you may hatch the Digi-Egg in your breeding area. So that's pretty cool. That just takes it back to season 1. You know, after Angemon fought Devimon, he rebirths, right? You get an egg. So that's kind of what's happening here. That's pretty nice. And it's just good that you're able to put it underneath your security stack, because now it sets up that Patamon Digivolving into this Angemon for free. So kind of doesn't matter too much of this Digivolve for 2. It does and it doesn't if you have it in security and Digivolve from security. On deletion, place one yellow card with vaccine trait from your hand at the bottom of your security stack. So more rotation. So this is what we're seeing with this Patamon line and BT14, where you're just rotating your security stack by putting what you need to Digivolve into and then Digivolving, you know, following the next turn using either Messenger of Hope or Patamon's effect. So it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to see what people do with this deck. I will probably try it. I don't know how many Angemons I'm going to pull because he's secret rare. So that's one thing there. So one thing that's probably bad for this deck. It's kind of like, it's going to be like Full Force with Dorina. You need 4 of. You're going to need 4 of these Angemon. I don't see. I mean, this has to be the most effective way to play it, playing 4. So that's it for the yellow. I don't play it as much, so I can't really talk about as far as strategies and all that stuff. So leave it down in the comments on how you guys are looking forward to playing this, what you guys are going to play. I'll see you guys in the next video.